Any reproduction or reuse of this program without written consent, WPSL and WSTU is strictly prohibited. And now, the My Dream Home Radio Show with Eileen Simons and Paula Brady. Good morning.
Good
How
morning.
you doing?
Now, what are you guys wearing sweaters and stuff?
Hey.
Why? It's Florida.
Listen, I'm a Floridian now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get your blood thinned out down here.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yep,
Wow.
I have my coat around my shoulders for sure.
Maybe in Maryland, I wouldn't have called this cold just chilly, but down here it's cold.
It is, you know,
Cold.
and when we were in Fort Myers for the basketball game on Saturday, the wind over there
Oh my gosh. the wind here
was
too.
coming off the Gulf, and it was cold.
Ooh. Yeah.
I
bet.
mean, it was cold. It
I'll
was
bet.
like right through you, and yeah.
My
Interesting
dog
stuff.
was even shivering this morning. So when we came in from the outside, he's got lots of fur.
Yeah, anything. Somebody on the television this weekend said anything in Florida under 70 is cold. And they
Yeah.
are absolutely right.
Correct.
You know, and that's true when your blood thins out.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
so true. Yeah, well, our daughter and son-in-law, when they moved down here, of course, they were up in Spokane, which is where our daughter met our son-in-law, and they got down here, and of course, it was great. Of course, they went back to Spokane, and they were sitting there
Chilly.
going, "Oh, it's freezing
Yeah,
up
that's a
here."
big
Yeah.
adjustment.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
It is, and it takes a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take a second and tell all of my family and friends who are big Bengals fans and have been loyal Bengals fans for all these years, congrats.
The Bungles. No more.
No, it's Bengals.
It is now. They
Don't
were,
even want to talk about it.
they
Don't
were- They
even
were
wanna
the
talk about it.
Bungles for
And all the
years.
naysayers in Michigan about Matthew Stafford.
There you go.
Here's to ya.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Congratulations. I'll try to be a
You're a good
an-
sport.
a good sport
Wonderful.
today. I am extremely disappointed in a team that can play fabulous in one half and absolutely do nothing the next half. Can't figure it out.
It's just a game.
Oh, but it's so
Oh,
frustrating.
welcome to our basketball team.
And I
It's-
also want to congratulate Port St. Lucie High School.
Oh, what fabulous.
We went to see
production.
Mamma Mia on
Oh,
Friday
did
night.
you really?
Oh, it was
How is it?
awesome.
What a great job those kids do.
They
Yeah.
were so good.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
They are so talented and they know how to use their talent. It really
Yeah.
was. It really was a,
I can't imagine doing
a
that.
fun
when-
experience.
I'm sorry. I just couldn't imagine doing that when I was in high school. I would never have been able to get up in front of people and sing like that. Well, first of all, my chorus teacher told me just to lip the words, but just to get up there
Fake
and
it.
do it. It was just they were fabulous. They really were. I
Good.
was impressed.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
Mr. Madden has made a habit of just churning out great talent. And of course, I don't know what happened this year, but what he used to do pre-COVID was take his group of seniors up to
New York.
New York
They're
City.
doing that
doing it
again this year.
They
Yeah,
are
they
good.
Yes,
gonna
it's like
see-
a whirlwind trip of 7 Broadway shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
yeah.
just a couple of 2 or 3 days. So
and
they'll
what's
have a good
what's
time.
good is the actors can watch from the regular audience, and then if there's like floor directors or directors and stuff like that, they will let them backstage
Oh, that's super.
with the real directors and have them see the plays from back there.
Oh, wow. that-
Yeah, it's very
What a
it's
great
so cool.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they're going to get to do it this year, so that's awesome for them.
Well, we were watching a movie from on the bus with Megan Fox, formerly at Port St. Lucie High School.
Ah.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know
I
that.
don't think she left the school on good terms, but yeah, she was there.
Oh,
Wow.
well.
Oh well. Yep. I think I see a guest somewhere.
Yes,
huh?
you do. And before we go any further, I want to make sure that you are welcome to call into the show and dial 772-340-1590-1590. You'll get into WPSL and they will bring you here into the show if you have any real estate related questions. And before we go any further, I want to make sure that we introduce our guest today. Our featured guest is David Gibbons. He is with David Allen Productions. He just completed a photo shoot for, I should say, photo and video shoot for us on our new listing in Kissimmee. And we thought it would be a great opportunity to bring him onto the show and talk about real estate as it relates to all of the photography and videography that's involved now. So good morning, David.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Morning, guys. How are y'all?
Thanks
Doing
so
well,
much for
thank you.
taking time out of your schedule today to be with us.
Hey, it's no problem. It gave me a chance to get inside and get warm.
Stay warm. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I bet it's chillier up there than it is down here. So you're in Orlando, right?
Yeah, just outside of Orlando. Yep.
It's cold up there.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, I believe we had, frost and freeze warnings all night. So it was in the 30s.
Yeah. Well, it was that down here too, but fortunately,
Okay.
to warm up a little bit for us up to the
Yeah.
mid to high 60s today, I think.
Yeah, your 2 days of
I was going
winter
to say,
are over.
it's only a
Yeah.
couple
Yeah.
of days of winter, you
Yeah.
know? It's not like
Yeah.
having months of it up north.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
shoveling snow this morning. Thank goodness.
Okay, so let's talk about you and your company and find out how you got started in real estate photography.
So long story short, it kind of just fell on my lap and I went with it. So
Wow.
That's
so
nice.
well, I mean, we'll go with the longer one. So I had a real estate license and was working in the office, and I kind of became the tech guy. I was the guy that people came to for, computer help or anything technology wise they need help with. And then one day somebody asked me, "Hey, do you take photos?" I was like, "Well, not in particular. No, I don't." And then 2 days later, another agent asked me, "Hey, do you take photos?" Like, well, no, but I might start taking photos because now this is twice in the same week.
Yeah. There's an interest here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that was back in 2019, and I kind of just dove into things head first and just learned everything that I could. And now I still hold a license, but I'm no longer actively selling or anything. I focus solely on real estate photography.
That's awesome.
And those are the kinds of stories that I hear a lot. Somebody started out with a real estate license, and then they found out that there was another part of the industry that they enjoyed more and were more successful at. And so that's what they did. Yep.
Yeah, I had no idea real estate photography was a thing until I became an agent. So
That's cool. Now, when you started taking the photographs, did you
Yeah.
take a course, or did you to know the angles and things to use, or was that just like an inherent gift for
right?
you? Yeah.
yeah, so I was worried that I didn't know what I didn't know. So I delved into I call it YouTube University,
Uh-huh.
and just kind of consumed as much information as I could. But
And
I did
as a
find it.
techie, you would do that, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, it's there, it's free, it's it's available for everyone. And I did find out that it did come naturally. What I was learning. A few months down the road, after some more shoots, then I started taking more courses that were geared specifically for real estate photography at that point.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's awesome.
And so is David Allen Productions your company?
It is. Alan is actually my middle name,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, and only family calls me David Allen. So I like to think of everybody as being family. And
Is that like
everybody's-
when you're in trouble, your mother says, David Allen?
Yes, and you just gave me a flashback.
Or you're a
That's okay. I
Southern,
understand.
or you're a Southern kid.
Yeah.
My grandmother called all of her kids by their first and middle names, one way or the other. So yeah.
Yeah, it's also like that as well. My dad's first name is David, but we have different middle names. So to distinguish us, I would get called David Allen.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That works. That makes it easier, unless you can't
Yeah.
remember. And I call my son and my husband and my dog the same name all the time. So it's
Yeah.
it's a little confusing for them, but
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do that too. My
Yeah.
kids
What
look
you
at me
like-
like,
Call
you-
your husband Mutt?
Yeah, yeah, a lot of times. And
Just
he even
checking.
has his own house too. Anyway, no, I was just thinking when I was a kid, my grandmother called everybody by the first and middle name. So I don't know if that's a farm thing or Southern or what it is, but everybody got two names. But
So let's go back to photography. I mean, I can
Yes, ma'am.
remember when I first got in the industry, which was a long time ago. The only thing we did was we had a picture of the front of the house.
Mhm.
And so in the last 25 years, that's how things have evolved to now when David came in to do the photo shoot for us, 3 different cameras inside plus your drone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's we have a lot of options nowadays. It's very involved.
That sounds like a music video.
and he
better
does
than
put-
that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
Wow.
video. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really cool though. The drone shots I always love to see where the house is actually in the community and what they're close to and things like that. I think that's excellent. I like
Yeah,
it.
it kind of gives you a good sense of the area, what's around the home.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that as more people began to, because also when I got into the industry, the way you got your leads for your listings was they saw the sign in the front yard. 90% of sales came from the sign in the front yard.
Really?
Yes.
I,
Well,
I always
now,
thought that was a myth. Really?
no. I mean, not here in Florida because there are so many places where they don't let you have a sign in the yard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, 90% of the sales came from a sign in the front yard. Well, now 90% of buyers start online.
Yeah.
So online, they want to see and experience as much of the house as possible. And with somebody like David, it's very easy to do that because he gives them so many different medians to view from and gives agents so many different options also to use.
Show their house. Yeah.
Well, especially I would imagine during this pandemic too, that was so valuable.
Yeah, there are so many.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the percentage now. I don't remember the percentage. The last time I read, it was like 11% of buyers in Florida. This were 11% of the buyers were buying before they ever stepped foot inside the house. That's a lot.
Pretty good sized number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
That's
of
a lot.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have your real estate license,
Yes,
But-
ma'am.
but your primary involvement in the industry is your photo business.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't focus on the real estate side at all for buying or selling. What I focus on is the photography. I just happen to have my license. That's the only thing with that.
Okay. And so I guess my next question for you, David, is do agents, how do I want to frame this question? Do agents hire you and only ask for pictures, or do they ask for everything like we did for this property?
So really it depends on the property itself. These smaller homes that are selling for less, they usually just ask for photos only because their marketing budget is a lot smaller.
Mhm.
And ideally the photos itself will sell that house on a smaller home. Now, when you start moving up to the larger properties, or even just average mid-size, say 2,500 square feet or so or more, that's when you want to start adding in the other things.
And your
Whether it be,
photos are beautiful, by the way.
oh, thank you.
That was
I
good.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. So yeah, it just really depends on the home itself and a little bit of the agent as well. Some agents understand, like yourself, understand that branding is huge with your marketing, and so that you're going to do the photos, the photos, the 3D tours, the videos, because those the best way to represent the house itself.
Right.
That's great. What's the largest house that you've shot pictures of? in?
6,000 square feet.
Okay.
That's a good.
That's
sized house.
sizable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, it's only a 4-bedroom. Uh, they were rather large rooms.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is there a bowling alley attached to one of them or something? Wow.
No bowling alley, but I would say probably at least 15-foot ceilings. There was a large theater room, and large family rooms, kitchen areas, that kind of just complemented, it all would complement together. Even a mother-in-law suite that was detached.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. One question, do you actually focus just on the real estate photography and video, or do you do other aspects of photography now, like weddings and things like that?
Oh, no, I chose to focus solely on real estate photography. I'm gonna, you just want to be a master of that and not kind of cloud everything with everything else. The real estate photography is more technical, and it's a whole different type of genre, a different way of shooting than say weddings or portraits or anything like that. So really just focus solely on, what we're good at.
That's great. Okay.
Were you always interested in photography?
Believe it or not, yes. But I didn't really pursue it at all until the last couple years. But yeah, I always was. Even I thought it was great when the phones started coming out with cameras, because that was, a camera I'd always have on me.
Right.
See,
Sure, you
That's
bet.
excellent. Yeah.
Well, you figure that Apple's Apple iPhone is better than any of the television cameras that
Yeah,
Carol and I
yeah.
use in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow,
That's
isn't that
amazing.
Yeah,
amazing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that you were the tech person, because this is there's a lot of technical stuff involved with this, with the well,
Yeah,
at
I
least
don't
for
think
me.
I don't think people realize how technical it has
Yeah.
become. So for you to
Yeah.
have that technical background as well as the interest in photography, it sounds like this is a great fit for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, even just when you compose a shot itself, I mean, you're looking at symmetry. Everything has to be perfect, exact. If you were taking photos of somebody, say your family member, if your picture's a little crooked, it's okay. The photo's still going to look great. If my photos are crooked on a house, the house doesn't look good at all. And
Right.
then ultimately, it makes it harder to sell. But then going along with that, we add in the drones with the aerial photography, and you still have to, not only are you controlling the drone through airspace, which we have to deal with the FAA and get airspace authorizations and make sure we're clear to fly in certain areas. In fact, the house I was at in Kissimmee, I was only authorized up to about 150 feet or so to fly. I couldn't go up to 400 at all, and that's because
And
of the
there's a
airport. that's
private
nearby.
private airport near there,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
There
that-
was. So I was operating around airplanes and
Right.
and keeping everybody safe on my end, what I could do. And then we had the 3D tours that we did for your home as well. And we
Right.
basically took a 3D model of the home and put it on the computer, so anybody could navigate and walk through it at any time they wanted.
That's
So that's
phenomenal to me. Yeah.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well,
It
that
is.
makes it like a movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. And then he
And you can
staged
manipulate
pictures
that too. And
Yeah.
and the other great thing about the services that David provides is he also has a website that
I do.
keeps track of views of the house.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we're giving you all the marketing data that you need to properly market the home, and know where to focus your marketing efforts at.
See,
So-
and that's where you having experience in the real estate industry really helps you to understand that.
Yeah, I got a taste of the other side, and I know what agents are looking for and what they would want and need to be able to market this home effectively.
Mhm. Before we go any further, I just want to put the address out there so that if anybody wants to take a look at David's work and see what it's like, you can go to the address of this home and do that. It's 2963 Boating Boulevard, Kissimmee. 2963 Boating, Boating Boulevard, Kissimmee. And you'll see all of David's beautiful work.
Yeah, absolutely. The technical part of it as well, like obviously I sent you an email that I messed up, but
No, it's okay. And by the way, it's great to see your face. I didn't until you introduced yourself at the beginning of the show. I'm like,
Oh, that's
oh,
right.
that's you.
That
we haven't met yet.
with
Yeah.
me. That's right.
yeah, well, it's nice to see you as well, but I felt bad that I didn't give you the proper information the first time, but he staged some rooms for us, but I messed up and didn't give him all the information he needed. But that to me is so interesting that you have groupings of furniture that you can put in a room and
Mhm.
make it look like the furniture is in that room, but it's actually not. So
Right.
that is, to me, I love that. But that's very technical. And I'm obviously not a real good at with the computer. So, I'm learning that. And to see that somebody can do that kind of stuff is really, it takes a lot of talent, I think. It's excellent. But
Thank you.
yeah.
And do you only take, I would imagine you don't only take orders from real estate agents. Do you also take orders for photo shoots from individual owners?
Yes, although it's been a while since I've had any for sale by owners. Right now I'm getting mainly real estate agents, but also Airbnb type of owners or VRBO,
Yeah.
people who are looking to rent out their vacation homes, especially where I'm located around Disney.
Oh,
There are
yeah.
a lot of vacation homes up here.
That's
Yes.
true. That's fabulous. Yeah. Okay. I can see that because I remember looking for properties for my family that's come to visit, and it's just like looking in a home. You want to see what it's going to look like and
Mhm.
how it's furnished and that kind of thing. So
Mhm. And
Yep.
mostly those Airbnb properties, which incidentally, there are a lot more of the rentals that are going that way instead of going on the MLS systems. But there's no other way to see that property except through what's available online.
So if Shaquille
Yep.
O'Neal is listening, David can shoot video of your little $15 million pad.
yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I-
actually, he
There
supposedly
you
is
go,
gonna s-
David.
Yeah,
supposedly gonna
I
sell
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hi, Shaq. How's it going?
Oh, that's good.
We want to talk some more with you, but I want you to give everybody your contact information before we go any further. So what's the easiest way to reach you?
Probably the easiest way would be either through email or phone calls, or text. The email would be David, and that's DAVID, at davidallenproductions.com. So that's Allen spelt with ALLEN.
2 L's and an E.
Yes, ma'am. That's the only way to spell it.
Okay. I feel that way about Eileen too.
Yes.
So David at davidallenproductions.com.
Yes, ma'am. That's my email. A phone number. Texting would probably be the easiest, but I also take phone calls. It's 352-978-7426.
Excellent.
352-978-7426.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, if somebody wants to visit your website, it's davidallenproductions.com.
Yes, ma'am.
That's cool. Now, how large an area do you serve, or is it just primarily Orlando and suburbs?
Well, yeah, so mainly that area. I will drive down to, east of Tampa, Lakeland area, all of Orlando area, out to the east of Orlando. I have occasionally gone out to Daytona and Cocoa and those areas, but I guess you could say probably like the I-4 Beltway is my main area that I cover.
Yeah. I can't imagine driving I-4 now. It was bad when I lived there. Stay
It's worse.
safe.
It's worse now.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah, I got the construction.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but yeah, it was rough back then. Anyway, nice area up there, though. It's pretty.
And you always have room for more business, right?
Absolutely. I also know a few people in the area that shoot similar to me down in your area. So I might be able to get people in contact with photographers down there if they're
Oh,
looking for
great.
somebody.
Excellent. Excellent. Well,
That would be good. I mean, I do have a photographer in this area that I'm very loyal to, but
Mhm.
he only does the still photos.
Oh, okay.
So I was very pleased to find you.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. I try to be a one-stop shop. Just anything
Well,
you
you
need.
certainly
market.
are. And you offer, well, just give the people out there listening what the whole list of your services are.
Okay, so basically, you always start with photos. So we have photography, and the number of photos depends on the size of the home, really. Then we also drone photography, and ideally, with the drone photography, just to let your listeners know, I won't offer drone photography. It doesn't make sense. You don't want to show off the bad neighbors next to you.
Yeah.
But if it's in a good neighborhood and it does make sense, then obviously we want to go with drone photography. We also offer 3D scans of homes. and I'm gonna say a bad word on the air, but Zillow. We are certified Zillow photographers. So what that means is we can help you with the Zillow algorithm and their 3D tours. We actually talk to Zillow and know how to keep your home at the top of their listing for about 3 weeks instead of the normal 7 days. We also offer videos and videography, and of course, along with virtual staging, data dusk twilights, where we can digitally enhance the front of the home to make it look like it's sunset. Or if you prefer the real thing, we can come out during the day, or I'm sorry, at night, or even early morning if it works best that way, and take some actual twilight photos of the home.
That's
Excellent.
becoming
believe-
more popular, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is because you want to try and find somebody to stand out. And if you're scrolling through a bunch of photos of homes and there's one with the sunset behind it, it's going to cause you to pause at least and take a little bit longer look at it.
Having done a lot of television editing from the talent side, how long does it take you to put together a video for your real estate clients?
So for delivery time, video 2 days at max. So we're looking at probably about 48 hours max. On our,
Yeah, but that's because you have the proper equipment.
yes. And,
You
and
brought
as we're,
cameras into our photo shoot that day, besides the drone.
Yeah, well, that sounds like almost a television setup. That's why I asked about how long it would take you to edit, because that's actually pretty quick.
Yes, it is.
yeah. And then going along those same lines, where photography is next day. So you could potentially call us up and I say, hey, I can squeeze you in tomorrow. And then the following day, you'll have your photos.
That's fabulous. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You're making me blush over here.
That's okay. I told you, I'm going to put you in touch with the agents that I know in that area, because obviously we're on the Treasure Coast. So it's a hike to go to Kissimmee in the first place. The
Yeah.
reason we decided to list this property is because that was a loyal listener on this radio show that called.
Yeah.
And so we discussed the fact that, yes, we're not very close, but we're happy to come and take a look at your home. And so that's how we decided to list this in the first place. And so then I had to search for a dependable photographer in that area. Well, the first one was a no-show.
Yeah. That was kind of,
Oh, no, not that.
but it
Yes,
actually
the
worked
first
out
one
best.
was a no-show, but it worked out so well because then I got in touch with David, and David, he said, I think I talked to him and he answered the phone on a Saturday. So I talked to him. He said, I can come on Tuesday, and Wednesday we had the photos. And it's just, I can't say enough good things about him.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Especially in this red hot real estate market. I
yeah.
mean, timing is,
Key. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Right,
wow.
right,
Yeah. Things move quickly.
right.
So I
go
was just
ahead.
gonna say, I was just gonna say, going on to what you stated earlier about people buying the house sight unseen. When I walked into the house and talked to the homeowner there, he stated he bought that house sight unseen, and it was because I shot the photos the previous time.
Yes,
That's right.
yes, that's exactly right.
No way.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So the long version of that story is this house was on the market in the fall. This particular customer was looking for a home in that area. And so because of David's beautiful shoot job that day, that's why this owner decided to buy the house sight unseen, which he did. The house needed a whole lot of work at that time. It's very different now, isn't it, David?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely 100% different.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out in their business scheme to stay in that area any longer. So here he was renovating this house for him and his wife, and now it's not going to work out. So now we put it back on the market with all the beautiful improvements and the beautiful porcelain tile floors. And so David came back and did the photo shoot this time.
Yeah, it almost looked like a different house when I walked in. It was amazing what he did.
Yeah. It really does look nice. I liked it. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of room in there too, because you don't really realize how much room is there because it's a 2-story, and
Yes.
there's a huge room upstairs that is dwarfs a full-size pool table. I mean, it's amazing
Yeah.
the room in there. And then there's a theater room. So it's really a nice
Yeah.
house. It'd be a
Yes.
great house for anybody, but entertaining.
Right.
especially.
And all the rooms you want downstairs, it has formal areas. It has a nice open kitchen, dining, family room area, which is all open.
Yeah.
It has a great lanai, screened in lanai that has an outdoor kitchen in it. And the master bedroom's on the first floor.
Yeah. And David made it look beautiful.
Yes.
He really
Oh,
did. Yeah.
well, thank you. It was easy with what I was working with. So
Well, we appreciate your professionalism and your quick turnaround time. And he's also, just to let all you agents know out there, he is a lot more affordable than other photographers that I talk to, which we appreciate very much.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, because all
Yeah.
these costs, to realtors, all these costs are up front. We don't make any
Mhm.
money until the closing. So.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, tell us what makes, I don't know that we finished. Did we finish your
Sure.
whole list of services?
I think so. You can always go to my website and I have them listed there as well. But I'm pretty sure I think we covered them all. Oh, and the marketing website, which you touched on earlier. So it's a website that's provided with its own website address, and it acts as a central hub for all your marketing materials. So you
Mhm.
can literally send somebody to that website, and it'll have their photos, the 3D tours, videos, your contact info. And if somebody tries to contact you through there, you're going to get a message saying, "Hey, this person would like more information on this home." So it's also another lead generation source for the agents.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fabulous. Okay.
And he also provides, the formats for the flyers for us, like for open
Yes.
house flyers and just listed flyers. And yes.
Yep.
And they're ready to go.
Yep, ready to go.
That's great.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Lot.
No, that's phenomenal. Really.
So I am going to put your name out there as much as I can.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Sure. Does do you belong to the affiliates in your local MLS?
I do. I'm part of ORA, the Orlando Regional Realtors Association.
Okay.
So I'm an affiliate member there.
Okay. And, because of course this one is it's called Stellar.
MLS.
MLS
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah.
Yeah,
is the
so
main MLS for the area of Kissimmee.
Yep, and that's ORA's MLS. Stellar is.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. So, what else do you want to tell us about your business, David? Well, first thing I will say is I'll tell you that if you've
Okay.
only been doing this as your full-time career for a few years, nobody would ever know that if you didn't tell them.
Oh, thank you.
Your work
Yeah,
is so professional and so seasoned. It's like you've been in business for 20 years.
well, I appreciate that. I think part of that is like I know you started to touch on something earlier, and it's kind of like what's kind of different about us and what sets us apart. And there's a lot of companies out there that do real estate photography. All you have to do is just Google them and find them. But for us, it's the customer service and the relationships that we build with people, and that's what really sets us apart.
And that certainly shows too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Thank you.
does. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So one more time, give us your contact information before we let you know. I know you have let you go. I know you have a busy schedule.
Okay. So website is davidallenproductions.com. And then an email address that I can be contacted at is david@davidallenproductions.com. And then a phone number is 352-978-7426.
And Allen is
And-
spelled Allen.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And if you try to call me and I don't answer, I will get back to you. I just may be in the middle of something. So usually texting is the quickest and then email second, but I'm always open to take phone calls. It's not a problem. I'll just have to get right back to you.
Okay.
How many shoots do you usually average a week?
Depends on the season because, just the the real estate season kind of fluctuates a little bit, although this year has been a little bit different. I would say probably 10 to 15 maybe a week.
Wow.
10 to 15. And for him to be,
That's a lot.
for him to be servicing all of those and as responsive on email and text as he is an amazing job.
You're a busy guy.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say I've already got one photo shoot done this morning, and I've got another one after this. So
That's amazing. Well, fabulous. That's great for you.
I love the whole concept of staging.
Yeah.
The furniture too. That's,
yes,
That
that-
takes time in front of a computer. So, well, you're probably really good at it right now. So that's
Incredible.
awesome. May not take you as long as it would me, but yeah, it does. It's really fabulous to be able to, because a lot of people can't visualize where furniture will go or how furniture
Right.
will
And
look.
pictures
in
of
a-
an empty
Uh,
room only go so far.
Right,
So when you
right.
can,
exactly.
make the room not look empty,
Then it helps.
I think it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Wow. So do you have any Neil Young posters and stuff that you put on the wall? Oh, I'm sorry. It's-
If it's for you, I'll do it.
It's
Might
that
be-
personal service, right?
It is.
That's excellent.
Oh, David,
wow.
thanks so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Good luck. Have a wonderful week. And as soon as we have the YouTube, I'll forward it to you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate
Sure.
it.
Nice
Thanks a
meeting
lot.
you.
Nice
Bye
meeting you.
now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice guy.
Yes,
Wow.
Absolutely.
very
That's
nice guy.
Well,
fabulous.
and I can appreciate the fact that, if he's turning stuff out that quickly and it's really
It's-
good stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait to hit the website. I'll do that as soon as
Yeah,
we get off.
Yeah, that's awesome. He did a great job. And he's put up with me trying to figure out what to do with the staging stuff because I don't know the first thing about it. So I'm learning, but to see what we got back from what we, offered him, it's fabulous. He
See,
did
I
a
didn't
great
even know you
job.
could do that.
Yeah, it's fairly new. I don't know how new it is.
Several years now, I think.
Oh, is it?
maybe. Mhm.
Okay, well,
Wow.
for me,
Okay.
it's new.
Usually improvements in those kinds of things start out, they either start out as somebody just trying it out or in a big expensive luxury property.
Yeah.
And then eventually it filters down to the regular stuff.
Well, then don't you have companies that come in and furnish a place just for,
You
Well,
can do that.
that is physical staging. This
Yeah.
is virtual staging.
right,
Right.
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 Yeah.
So it's not, I don't know what physical staging costs, but I would think that it would be somewhat more expensive than some pictures with virtual staging, but
Oh, yeah. it would
Most
have to
definitely.
yeah.
be. Yeah. Wow. So are you guys still growing?
We are, yes. Actually, I had an agent contact me this week to talk about maybe joining us. So yes, we are still growing. If you are a broker or an agent who's thinking about getting out of the business for whatever reason, retirement, let us know because we can certainly work out a program with you too.
Sounds good. Well, Carol and I are following your discussions on renovating our home.
Yes.
And we brought the plants in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Good for
good.
you. That's good.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Carol
good.
did. I was on the road.
I brought a couple of mine in too. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
No, boy, I'll tell you, this,
it's been nippy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, nippy for us. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Mhm. And we always like to talk about stats. So I have year-end stats finally from 2021. This is Martin County. Single-family homes closed sales, and this is comparing 2020 to 2021. In 2020, MLS sales, there were 2,655 single-family homes closed on the MLS system in Martin County in 2020. In 2021, there were 2,798 closed. So that is a 5% down change because of inventory.
I was gonna say yeah.
Right. In 2020, the median sales price for single-family homes that closed in Martin County were 400,000. And in 2021, the median sales price was 479,500.
1
So-
year.
1 year. So that's an increase of almost 20%, 19.9%.
That's not a bad little investment.
Yeah.
Better than the stock market.
It's a lot of equity for some people.
Yeah, it is.
Condos in Martin County in 2020, there were 1,202 that sold. And in 2021, there were 1,374 that sold. If you can't get a single family home and you want to be in the area, you might consider a condo. So that's exactly what happened. And the median sales price in 2020 was $180,000 for the condos in Martin County. And in 2021, that went to $213,000,
Nice.
which again is an increase of over 18%. St. Lucie County, single-family homes in St. Lucie County in 2020, there were 6,372 that sold. And in 2021, there were 7,302 that were sold. Remember all the new construction that's going on.
Okay, that's counted in this as well, right?
Yes. Well, the ones that were reported on the
Right,
MLS,
right,
yes.
right.
So that is an increase of over 14%. And the median sales price in St. Lucie County in 2020 was $249,900. And in 2021, it was $307,500.
Wait a minute.
That's
back
the
up.
median sales price. So that's an increase of 23%.
Wow.
Yes.
St. Lucie County.
St. Lucie County, yes. Condos in St. Lucie County, townhouses and condos, 2020, there were 1,326 that sold. And in 2021, there were 1,598 that sold. That's over a 20% increase. Their median sales price in 2020 was $215,000. And in 2021, it was $235,000. 235,000, correct.
Wow.
Yes. That's an increase of over 9%. So the market is going up, 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 up. And people want to be here so much that if there isn't a single family home to buy, then they're looking at something else.
Other options.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
why not?
And there are a lot of them that are settling for the condos because they can't get into the single family home, or they're renting until their new construction is sold. So they're here, but they're not here with their permanent address yet.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, the numbers are staggering from year to year.
Yep. I brought Palm Beach County too. Palm Beach County in 2020, single family homes, 18,174. Just shows how much bigger a population there is in Palm Beach County.
Sure.
Right.
And in 2021, there were 19,495 single family homes that sold. Median sales price in 2020 was $389,500. And in 2021, it was $475,000.
Wow.
So that's a 22% increase.
Yeah.
Condos in Palm Beach County. In 2020, there were 13,347 that sold. And in 2021, there were 17,952 that sold.
Whoa.
That's
Yes.
phenomenal. Yeah.
What that tells me is that, and we are experiencing that as well, a lot of people who had rental properties, when the prices are up so high, they've decided to sell those rental properties. So that's another reason why the rental prices are being pushed up, because a lot of properties that were rental properties in the past are no longer.
Yeah.
Somebody bought that rental property who plans to use it, so it's not available for rent anymore. You know, it's just, it's always a it's always a snowball effect.
Sure.
Or a
sure.
bowling ball, whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah.
So condos in Palm Beach County in 2020, their median sales price was $205,000. And in 2021, their median sales price was $240,000. That's still an increase of 17%, little over 17%.
See, I thought they would have been much higher than us. but-
Yeah, I would.
Well,
too,
it
but-
depends. I mean, there's a lot of condo communities and there are a lot of smaller home communities in Palm Beach County that have been there for a long time. You might not know they're there because when you go to Palm Beach County, you go to, you know, maybe something that's closer, to a, what's the word I want to look for? Closer to a commercial area because you're going to dinner or you're going to the big
Or
mall
beachfront,
or,
waterfront. type
or
thing.
yeah, but I
yeah.
mean, just think about all the condos that are on the waterfront in that area or near the beach
Sure,
in that
sure.
area.
Oh, yeah.
And there are plenty of condo and smaller home communities that are near the turnpike exits, near the near 95. So yeah, you just don't realize how much is there.
They're quite a bit further. They have a lot of growth further west than we do right now too.
Right,
So,
yes.
and have had for a long time. The communities, we lived close to Jog Road years ago and it was like country. Now that's completely populated.
Well, look at
Oh, yeah.
Wellington, for
Yeah,
God's sakes.
yeah,
I mean,
Yes.
that's, you know,
So
that's-
they have a lot of communities further west now and
and
more
that's what
building out
tradition is
there.
going to become. It's
Yeah.
Yes,
another
it
Wellington.
is.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
exactly. So a lot of changes.
So we're almost out of town. We're going to have to, out of
Out of
time,
time.
we're going to have to wait for all of our articles for another day. But I wanted to make sure, because we did have a call last week from someone that asked about landlord tenant issues. Next week, our special guest is an attorney who specializes in landlord tenant issues.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of those questions will be answered, or you'll be able to contact that attorney individually and discuss your options with them. So that'll be on next Monday's show. But I want to make sure that Paula has a chance to tell about a couple of the listings before we run out of time.
Okay. First, we have a listing in, on the island, Hutchinson Island. It's a condo listing and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. They're asking $395 for that property.
That would be 395,000,
Yes, I'm
right?
sorry.
That's okay.
Using short terms here for me, but sorry, 395,000. And then we're looking at Stewart down in Hobe Sound area. There's a townhome. It's a 2-2 and they're asking 199,900 for that property. So one more property, we have a condo in the North Stewart area. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and they're asking 169,900 for that. So do we go more or do we just?
You have time for more.
Okay, let's see if I can get this to move down a little bit here so I can see something else. We have a single-family detached home in the Jensen Beach area. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,037 square living feet. They're asking 225,000 for that home. Then we have a condo in the Jensen area. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,151 square feet, living square feet, sorry. They're asking 219,000 for that. And we'll go down here to Palm City. We have a condo in that area. It's a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath. They're asking 250,000 for that home. So we have quite a few condos available, but we can show you some single family homes as well, whatever you're interested in looking at.
Right. In the Florida Club at Canner and off Canner near 95, there is a villa and a single family home coming up soon there too. So if somebody's interested in the Florida Club, we can certainly help them with that. That's where our office is, but we do cover the whole Treasure Coast and beyond.
Right.
And especially if you're commuting to West Palm, on a regular basis.
Right.
Florida Club is the
It's
Very
perfect
best of,
location.
best of all worlds.
Right,
Yes, we get a
right.
lot of people from Palm Beach County who are coming up to that area and saying, this is such an easy commute for us because they can use 95 or they can use the back way, whichever's easier for them, because that back way will take them all the way down to the Beeline.
Right.
So, yeah, great location.
That's a very well kept secret, the back way. It's not as busy, but
Right.
I
I love
imagine one
driving
day it
that
will
way.
be much busier.
I
Yeah.
love driving that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Me too.
I forgot to give our contact information. If you want to reach us directly, you can call or text 772-200-5105. Our email address is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com. We are going to begin shortly rebuilding our website. It's called mydreamhomeusa.com, and it will be rebuilt directly for the consumer. So take control and make it your own.
Boy, that sounds great. And again, your phone number again?
772-200-5105.
All right. Well, good get with David
Oh,
David
yeah.
Allen Productions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Wow, that was something.
Check out his work. He did a great job.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check out that site as
Yeah.
soon as we get off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, you have a busy week.
That's
Always.
wonderful. Thank you.
Yes,
You have a good
you
week
do the
too.
Same. Thank you.
You've been listening to My Dream Home Radio right here on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, WSTU, Stewart.